Pete Crow-Armstrong is currently. This is crazy. Can you just sit down and listen, okay? Pete Crow-Armstrong is on pace for 44 home runs, 143 RBIs, 44 stolen bases, and a 10.0 B WAR. Now, almost don't care what Ronald Acuna does. This is an MVP season. If it goes that way, it's an MVP season.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now those are on pace numbers. Nobody knows what's going to happen. These aren't projections even. They're just on pace numbers. So we'll go ahead and pay attention to see what's possible in Chicago. By the way, the Cubs are still ranking and we'll talk about this on Sunday, but the Cubs rank top 5 in many categories. Many. It happens to be not only because of PCA, but he is certainly helping. And there's no question about that.
He is helping a ton. And it's wild because, man, I don't know. It's one of those things where last year I was like, he has the tools. He could be a really exciting player to watch. I just didn't know if he was going to get there, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know. It seems like he's here. He's one of the best center fielders in baseball, and he's also one of the most electric players in baseball. But I wanted to look this up real quick because I was curious. So this is a different position, different era. I understand all this. Is 1998. Alex Rodriguez put up 42 home runs, 46 stolen bases, and drove in 124 RBIs. They finished 9th in the MVP voting. That year, Juan Gonzalez won it with 45 homers and 157 RBIs.
Yeah.
Ken Griffey Jr. drove in 146 runs. He was out of the top MVP vote getters. He finished with the 3rd most, but he also finished with the 4th most votes. Anyway, but Jr. hit 56 homers. The thing that's interesting about Pete Crow-Armstrong is that, yes, he's playing in a different era and he's a different type of player. But if you were to compare him against guys who had 40 seasons, like, they didn't always drive in the runs because they were scoring the runs because the guys behind him were driving in. But the fact that he has guys behind him who can drive him in, but also guys in front of him getting on base, and he has the ability to drive them in, it's part of what makes the Cubs so good and so dangerous.
Dude, their run production is insane, and it has not cooled. Maybe a little bit, but it hasn't cooled off. Like, you can't say it's cooled off.
I feel like every team, I mean, we talked about it before, every team is going to go ebb and flow. They're going to go up and down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they're in one of those little down phases right now. But at the same time, though, I don't see it being super duper long term for them because they are so loaded. And I don't want to say that this is what I expected from them last year when I said they had a ton of talent, but I expect them to be somewhere between where they are now and where they were last year because they were good. But great team, man.
Yeah, they really are fun to watch.